Hey you guys, welcome back to Southern Latitudes. It is a Tuesday evening and I'm about to go check some stuff around the yard. It's been raining constantly, so that's why I've not been super active with videoing stuff for you guys. This is probably the wettest month of our year in Florida, East Central Florida, Zone 9B. So it's pretty bad, and there's probably little things twisting out in the Atlantic that are aiming for us pretty soon. So, you know, this is part of Florida life, and we get used to it, and I actually don't mind it. But it is actually a little cooler for whatever reason. I noticed that this morning too. It's a little bit cooler. We got our afternoon rains. It's nice, you know. So I want to do a little walk around the yard. I was expecting some blooms this morning, and I want to go check those out. But while we're at it, look at the Barbados cherries right behind me. Aren't they fantastic in bloom? Jack and I did a little bit of work on Sunday night. That's what it was. And we went ahead and cleaned up the whole base of our Barbados cherry tree. It had a little bit of a lean going this way. That's the only way the wind really can get at it, because of the fence protecting it, and the house is right behind you. And so we noticed it picked up a bit of a lean over the year that, well, it's been in the ground almost 2 years, but the past year it's got a lean. So Jack went ahead and fixed that for me and for Mr. Barbados. So anyhow, it's just really, really, really pretty. I love the cherries on it. So he also fixed my gate for me. Thank you, Jack, if you're watching. Look at all the cherries about to go in this. Oh my gosh, this one's ready. Totally ready. Did you know that a Barbados cherry has 10 times the vitamin C compared to an orange? And with all this COVID and Delta variant increasing again around us, I mean, these are great. I just pop one in every day, and I feel like this is way better than a vitamin. Ruh-roh. Looks like we had a hurricane. No, I'm just kidding. Don't show us your bad side, girl. Look at her. She's totally broody. That's my frizzle, and she had a little bit of a mites issue this summer with all the rain last month. Oh my goodness. While we were out here, Jack and I did a lot of planning and talking about how we're going to go through this fall and into winter and all the projects we have. But we have plenty of time, so we're going to take care of a lot of stuff. Also, before I forget about it, and this is not a garden tour, but this whole house garden has really done a strange evolution of changes. So it actually died out in the center. It came over the sides here, came all the way out here, and through here. It blocked the whole front of the coop, everything. You could see where the grass has died back. And it's so funny. Then it was kind of almost all done. I picked what fruit there was. Some of it fell off too, which I didn't want to rush that, but it was what it was. And so then I picked up the vine, and then I had all this clump here, and I decided to put it in the garbage cans. It went out in the trash this morning. It was filled with squash bugs and worms and larvae, and I don't want to save it for compost or nothing. I mean, it was just like a host for, they look like inchworms, but they were actually, you know, larvae probably for squash worms. They were eating the leaves out. So anyhow, I've redirected a bunch of the ends of the vine back in towards the center, and it is totally filling back in again. Just like week and a half ago, this was totally bare, or mostly bare, and now it's right back in. But now I'm seeing the same thing. Hold on, let me get you over there. I'm seeing the same dieback over here. So there's about 6 butternuts, South Anna butternut squash in this area, and you see how all the tops are dead right through there. That's whatever that squash or vine, what is it, squash vine borer. So anyhow, it's all in there, and as soon as that comes out, I'm just gonna be done, because I've lost count, but I'm thinking I'm like around 20 something butternut squash, which is more than enough for my year. I actually gave away some to a friend, and then I've given some away to another friend. So still 18 plus is gonna do me more than I need. Let's get out to the front yard. Actually, before we get out to the front yard, let me show you my watermelon. This is the weirdest watermelon. It looks like a butternut squash on the front end, and the back end's all watermelon. Before I forget, let me show you, Jack and I, we have acquired a few plumeria, and then on top of it we've trimmed back some of the plumeria that was on the other bush. So we're not really in the plumeria business, but we decided to heal. Well, a lot of them were already healed. Like this, you heal the end and then you put them in the pots. Oh no, please don't start raining. Please don't rain. That was a big gust. So anyhow, we'll do a plumeria video later this week, okay? How about that? Lots of little changes, but I still haven't weeded a lot of things just because of the rain is constantly keeping me in the house, and you know, it's either way too hot or way too rainy, or I'm just exhausted at the end of the day. There's that too. I found a couple miracle fruit here. I don't know if you know this, but if you're new to the channel, I have a miracle fruit tree, and I got it as a little tiny stick, like no bigger than this, and now it's an okay sized bush. The fruit had a little bit of blemishes to it, but I ate them, and I didn't eat anything afterwards, so I kind of missed the fun effect of how they changed your taste buds. If you don't know that about miracle fruit, they change your taste buds for about 30 or so 45 minutes after you've eaten them. It's kind of a fun thing to do, but I like the fruit too. Here's an update on my north garden in the front yard area. Well, the front of the side lot area. I'm in a double lot, so I have a half acre in my little area. So this is buttercup squash, and it was mystery squash for a long time, and a bird just dropped a seed off of the side of a fence, and it just started growing. We didn't know what it was, and then finally it put on fruit, and then it put on a ton of fruit, and it went like 100 yards across the whole backyard. And in the second year it produced fruit over on that side of the yard. It was pretty doggone cool, I have to say. It was really neat, and the squash are really delicious, very very nutty flavored and rich, and I loved it. And so I saved the seed, and so we're actually, for the first time in 3 years, purposefully growing it. So it looks like it'll start putting on some blooms soon. Okay, you guys, here we go. These are the Queen and black-eyed peas. I didn't plant very many of these. It's really just my first time getting to know the seed and everything, but they grew real well. I lost a bunch, well, a little bit here and there, spots. There's little holes, as you can see. It's hard to show you exactly where they are, but yeah, they're there. They're growing good. On the other side, you might notice there's a little bit lighter leaf. Let me see. Let's come down here and I'll show you that way. There you go. Like, there's a different kind of leaf, and it's vining up. This is the Alabama butterbean. So that's my summer crop. Just kind of like set it and forget it. And since you have last seen, I actually added the cattle panel up front here. And that's good. I guess I got a volunteer tomato. That's probably going to be a cherry variety, one of them. The peppers, man, since you last saw them, they've really finally gotten past the shock, growing very well. I have little blooms on them. Let's see how many. I only have 3 up here. I might have lost one, I'm not sure, but then I have a few, another handful up here on this side. And they are also, I think these must be cherry picked. Look how small the little bloom is. So yeah, these are the cherry pick all up here. Hybrids and, or cherry bombs, some people call them that. This right here is the dragon tongue bean. And I lost all these down here to critters eating them. So I just got some replacement. No, I got replacement of the Alabama butter bean. Don't say that 5 times fast. And I have more of the Queen Anne black eyed peas. I guess I'm just out of dragon tongue. I'll go check my seed box. But that's okay. Even if I just get this, I got fresh seed, and then I'll be able to hold on to it. Last but not least, there's the 4 o'clocks. My neighbor just came in. These are the Buell gourd. They're kind of a bumpy gourd, and they got transplanted. So I just have 3, but we'll see what that does. That'll be fun if it climbs the fence. Okay, y'all. So it's confirmed. Even my neighbor says it's cold. I don't know where this cool air is coming from. This is so not typical for Florida. August 3rd. So that's what today is. My niece's birthday. So hey, look, I tried so hard to burn my fire pit. I almost went through a whole jug of lighter fluid to get this thing to burn, and it didn't. And then we got rain, so it's probably okay that it didn't get going at all, because it just would have gone out. Look at that dog. He feels cooler weather. Don't you? Muddy Buddy just decided to roll up front in all the mud. Whoa, look at the beautiful asparagus in here. Every week I'm just getting a couple. Not really enough to make a big dish out of, but boy, they're nice. I'm getting fat ones lately. And the seeds, look at, oh, there's a little dragonfly right there. Can you see him? Right there. Well, he's not very shy. Anyhow, look at all the seeds. Aren't they fantastic? I will save those seeds and make a whole bunch more of these. Wow, look at them all. When I last counted, there was over 50 something of them. So if you have asparagus and you don't know how they behave, I will just tell you that they come up, of course, in March, and then you will get a bunch of asparagus. This plant's like over 3 years old. So I do typically harvest. This year I harvested a lot of asparagus, but then at some point I kind of give up a little bit and let it go into this free form of a fern-like form. And I've been trying to increase my numbers of asparagus, so I like that they're putting on seeds. And you know, the little flowers, I don't think I see any flowers. Oh yeah, right here. See the little flowers? So they get pollinated, and that's what your seed comes from, which is pretty cool. And then I'm just gonna increase and keep adding to the bed and moving it outward. So anyhow, that's the full cycle. Oh, not really all of it. So it'll go dormant pretty much in December. You cut it all back, you collect the little red seeds, turn red, you collect them, let them dry a little bit. I just put them in the shed there, and then I put them into the ground, you know, about February, March. Look at the loofah. Loofah. Look at those loofah. They're really beautiful. Now, I got a curved one and another long one. I don't know what's up with all the male blooms this year. I'm not seeing. Uh-oh. Sorry. Look at the little accordion. You guys got to stay here. I don't want you cutting over, because we're about to reseed, weed and reseed. Everything looks pretty good though. Otherwise, look, there's another girl. Yay, somebody got pollinated. I'm never worried about pollinating loofah because these things attract bees like nobody's business. Look at the accordion. Oh my gosh. God's bungees. Must have been modeled after a loofah. Anyhow, you guys, thanks for hanging out with me. Take care, God bless, and I'll see you real soon. Bye. Ooh. Oh, doggy. Thank goodness I didn't walk into that.